The Podcast for Boston is brought to you by Mooney Dental in Woburn. Kevin Mooney is a proud BC alum. NWN, the official technology infrastructure partner of Boston College Athletics, and the Stockyard. Stop into the Stockyard in Brighton every Thursday night for the Bill O'Brien radio show. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Boston College Athletics. Find tickets to Eagles games and more.
I'll be the best alive. I'm gonna show you how to do it right. You'll see how you should be living life. But when you do, it's not that hard. Really gonna wanna give it up. I'll be the best alive. I'm gonna show you how to do it right.
What's up, BC? I'm Giovanni.
And I'm AB, and this is the Podcast for Boston. Today we have two studs from BC Women's Field Hockey joining us, Maddy and Laila. Thanks so much for joining us today, you guys.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we're pumped. Well, we can't wait to talk BC Field Hockey and all the things. But first, I guess we'll start about your summers. Because I know you play field hockey a lot and you're training and you're here for preseason. But we'll start with you, Maddy.
Mm-hmm.
What was the most fun thing you did this summer, non-field hockey?
In preseason, we went to this Bodeborg. It's so much fun. It's like little escape room. So our coaches took us there and loved it. It's so much fun. It's very competitive.
Who was the best at the escape room?
I'm not going to lie. I think our team had the upper hand this year. There's we get punch cards if you get a room completed. And my team did wind up with 4 different
Hey, we got
stamps.
4 as well.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
a little
They're
rivalry
they're
here in the
hung up in
escape
the
room.
locker.
There we go.
Settle it at practice.
Yes. I think the coaches as well, they join in. So
Yeah.
they're a little group. So Mark, Sarah, Doe, and Megan, I'm a trainer as well. They all do it with us. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Any smack talk going on?
Oh, yeah.
Or-
We see each
You
other
can,
in
you
the
can hear people in
hallways.
the other room banging on the doors.
Yeah. We
Got-
see each other in the hallways. We're like, how many did you get?
Yeah.
Those escape rooms are tough, especially if you're not one to figure out the clues and things. I remember being so bad at it. So it definitely takes a specific person. But I think it's important, right?
Yeah.
Get off the field and team bonding probably
yeah.
too.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And there was a lot of fun this summer, I'm sure, for you guys. Of course, longer off season with field hockey, but training, I'm sure, was at the forefront for you guys. What did that look like?
So we actually come back to campus early around July 7th for just with our team, our strength and conditioning coach, Nick, and we're up in 2K. So we're all basically in quads. We share a room. We got groceries. We had a lot of team dinners. And then we wake up super early for lift and then running pretty much Monday through Friday and then weekends off. And then that's from July basically up until we start in preseason.
What's it like when campus is dead and no one's here?
It's a lot different now that people are
It's
here
honestly
for
quite
sure.
nice.
Yeah.
When you see everyone coming in, you're like, oh gosh, it's getting real now.
Here we go
They're
again.
back.
Yeah. You get so used to it being empty. The roads are easy to drive on, and then everyone is moving in, and we're like, holy smokes. This is way different.
It's so interesting that you guys say that because when I played lacrosse here, it was that when we would be still in season and everyone would go home for summer break.
Yeah.
But actually, it didn't feel great because we were like, no, where'd all the people go?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're saying you kind of enjoy that quiet because you're also in that intense, gearing up probably just for your run test too.
Yeah, exactly.
So fun. Well, I would love to know, just before we get into all BC field hockey things, what you each did, maybe individually, away from the team over the summer. So, Laila, what was something fun that you got to do non-BC field hockey this summer?
So before I came back in July, I actually visited some of my teammates from the Netherlands, and we met up in Paris, and then we went to Amsterdam as well, and it was a blast. And then I went to a bunch of different concerts too, which was really
Wow.
fun.
What was the best concert?
That is a loaded question. I think I went to Morgan Wallen on Friday, so that was really awesome. But then I saw Gracie Abrams with my younger sisters. I saw Chris Stapleton with one of my friends from home. And then at the very beginning, I saw Luke Combs and Megan Maroney in Boston Calling. It was insane.
Big country fan.
Yes.
That's a list.
Yeah, it was
That
crazy.
now I understand why it must have been hard to choose.
Yeah.
And what about you?
I went to Dubai with my family, and then we went from there to Paris, south of France, Italy. So we did the whole Europe tour. I've never been. So it was amazing. It was so much fun. And then came back to Boston. So
Wow.
yeah, lots of traveling. So
Yeah.
it was awesome.
World travelers, both of you.
I love it.
Nice and well traveled before coming back to play field hockey. And you guys are coming off the heels of one of your best seasons in recent memory. NCAA tournament bound, runners up in the ACC. How do you translate that success into a new season?
I think we just like hang on to it. And like, obviously we had a lot of success, but it wasn't as far as we wanted to go. And pushing each other every day, like when we wake up early, when we like stay late over the summer when no one's here, like I think keep pushing each other and like having that mindset to keep winning and go as far as we can.
Yeah. I also think it's like a fairly new team. Like we're still young, but we still have a good core group. So I think that just like pushing each other every day, obviously, as you said, and I think that just like maintaining focus, I think is like especially important. With a new team as well, it's kind of hard to like for them to see like what we did last year, the work that we put in. So I think everyone's doing such a good job, and I think that just like keep going.
Yeah.
You mentioned, so go ahead.
No, it's all right. I think too, like obviously we want to go as far as we can, but then taking the time and like we have a nice little jar in our locker room of like just small wins throughout the week, and we get to read that, and it's like you maintain focus on like the bigger picture, but then we celebrate the small wins as well in the way.
And when do you read those? Because you probably write them down and then you put them in the jar?
Yeah, so it's this new thing that Megan has kind of introduced to our team, and like the wellness center at BC. So we just had a meeting with them, and it's called Mudita. So it's just like celebrating the small wins. So if someone does something good at practice, we write it on the note, put it in the jar, and then we actually did it on Friday after practice.
Yeah.
And we just all go around, pick one out of the jar, and read it out, and yeah.
I love that. That's great. What are some of the challenges, obviously, with integrating that into a new squad, but also trying to make sure that they can be as involved as possible with all of that other stuff you may have done in past years?
Yeah.
I think making sure that like every single person feels that they're contributing to the team, because I feel like sometimes it's so hard as a freshman to like kind of feel like you're part of it, or like whatever we did last year, like they aren't really involved in that. So I just think making sure that every single person on the team like knows that they're valued and knows that like no one's more above anyone else, and just
Yeah.
I
I think too, like us coming in the summer, like having the weekends off, being able to like obviously train hard during the week and then also have fun with each other over the weekends just made the connection between our team like so much stronger, even though like it almost half of our squad was new.
Yeah, that's a great tool. I know we did that BC lacrosse when I was here, and it changed a lot for me, even individually, like reading something that went really well, or just putting money in the bank so that you take it out, you cash out when you're like, oh, I need a little pick me up, or oh, remember I did have a great practice, or that did happen, or I have done that skill before. So it's gonna pay off. I'm so excited to watch it happen for you guys this season. But I want to backtrack to getting here, because now we get to sit in this amazing, beautiful studio. Shout out to BC Comms team. I mean, we got a fan like blowing in our hair. I mean, it's like actually,
it's like a nice temperature.
it's a great temperature. I mean, look at the mics. It's so cool. But just getting here, right? It probably took a lot of hard work even just to commit to BC. So I'd love to know both of your why BC and how did you get here? And Maddie, we'll start with you.
So I wasn't always big on coming to the US. It wasn't really part of like what everyone does at home. It wasn't as big at the moment, but I was kind
And
of...
you're from New Zealand. Very cool.
Yes.
Sorry, we should have
You
mentioned that.
should have said that.
Love the accent.
So cool.
Come from a very long
so-
way.
very far away. But I was kind of just watching my sister, because she runs track and field at Princeton, and she's studying neuroscience there. So I was kind of just like watching her and like her recruiting journey, which is quite a long time. Like she was doing it since she was like 14, 15. So I was kind of just watching her, and then my mom was like, hey, like, would you ever want to go to the US? And I was kind of like, all right. So we kind of like put together a little like highlight reel, like sent it out to a few schools, and I wasn't really thinking much of it. I always had planned on going to Australia and like just playing over there, and that was what I was going to do. And then I got a response from BC and BU, and so I was picking between, thank goodness I chose BC.
There you go.
Some BU fans are going to come at us for that.
But yeah, that's kind of just how it happened. It was very quick. I recruited pretty late, so I kind of just, that was about it. But yeah, mainly just following my sister's footsteps.
Yeah. Honestly, kind of similar. My older sister played field hockey at Tufts University. She just graduated this spring, and I'd seen her, I'd always followed in her footsteps in like gymnastics, lacrosse, soccer, like everything. And then I saw her recruiting and how much she loved it just her first year. And I took to that a lot. And I was like looking at a lot of D3 schools like Kylie did, my older sister. And then I pretty much decided on BC because it was, I always come back to this question. It was me and my parents always said, like, God forbid, knock on wood, field hockey's out of the question, some bad injury, like, would I see myself there and, like, happy without field hockey? And BC was really the only answer for that.
What are some of the things that across your whole BC experience? This could be field hockey. This could be as a student. What are some of the things that are you guys like most?
I think Marathon Monday always sticks out in my head. I think a lot of people may say that.
Well, let's talk about Marathon Monday for a second because it is a huge part of the BC experience. And I think what most people who don't go to BC know is that we get usually like a baller artist, singer to come in. I think one year it was like Quinn, is it 92? I don't even know what number.
Yeah.
Quinn
92, yeah.
Quinn 92. I'm like, I don't know. I know it's Quinn something. Quinn 92, T-Pain, right? Like who else?
Last
have
year
we-
Jason
was
Derulo?
Jason
Sweetie.
Derulo,
Yeah.
like
Sweetie.
crazy.
Oh, sweetie.
Yeah.
I didn't go to that one, but
I don't think I
I was there, but it's a fun part of BC. So do you have a favorite BC day here?
Probably Marathon Monday as well. I'm gonna be honest. It's so much.
how could you
fun.
not pick it? Like,
Exactly.
I know.
I'm thinking one singular day to you know, be outside on campus by what's a great race and great tradition in
yeah.
Boston. What are some of your favorite parts of that day specifically, outside the concert, of course?
I honestly think like just seeing the energy and like seeing everyone cheering each other on. It's kind of
Yeah.
just like a massive community thing. I think it just like makes you feel so like warm and like just going outside cheering everyone on. I think it's just a great sense of community. Yeah.
Yeah. I think what people, like, I speak to my friends at home and I'm like, oh, you should come for Marathon Monday. And they're like, we have school. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
Not a
and,
holiday
like,
everywhere.
Yeah. It feels like a national holiday here, but I would agree. Like,
Yeah.
I spent almost the whole day last Marathon Monday, like, just cheering
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
these random people that I
Yeah.
didn't know. And it was like so heartwarming. I had like a massive headache afterwards, but it was like,
Yeah, we
really
had a few
nice.
friends actually running it last
Yeah.
year. Sam, Pierre on the team last year, Lila
Okay.
Trussell.
Wow, that's-
they all
yeah.
run it, so that was so cool to watch them run past.
Yeah.
It
And
means
so
so
many
much.
BC alums too run
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's like they're all wearing like I Heart BC.
And you're like, yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, let's go. They're like, yeah.
exactly.
So fun. No, I loved Marathon Monday, especially just being able to represent BC in that. And I don't know if you guys have like spring practice on Marathon Monday.
No, we haven't since we've been here, but I
Yeah.
know in the years past they have like
Yeah, haven't
had
had
practice or
day
like
after.
running the day after. or
Because
something
lacrosse
like
would be in season, and
Yeah.
after every Marathon Monday practice, I always felt like I had this like new sense of like energy, like I could
Yeah.
run faster. I was like, I just feel inspired.
Get
Like these people are
inspired.
doing a marathon.
Yeah.
I'm running like 50 yards.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it is a fun day. But let's talk about your junior year because I know is coming up for you in your junior year. But what about being a junior at Boston College excites both of you?
I mean, I think obviously living off campus is
Yeah.
like a huge thing.
just moved in this weekend.
Yeah, I moved in yesterday, so
How'd it go?
still unpacking my boxes.
Okay.
It's all right. We had a double day yesterday, so
Yeah.
we didn't have much time. But
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Brutal.
Yeah, we're in a brand new house. It's so cool. You're just literally around the corner from me, so it's so good. I'm excited for that.
I'm actually living with a couple of cross girls right now.
Let's go.
Nice.
And I think living off campus, I think also like it's so much more surreal, like life after college now. Because it feels like just yesterday I came as a freshman, like the freshmen coming in the summer were like, I was kind of scared to room with a junior. I was like, I can't even like think of
Yeah,
myself as
no.
a junior. But like just I'm in CSOM, so I'm kind of like thinking about an internship and interviewing and networking, and it's really through that networking process, it's been so like crazy to see how many BC alums there are and how much connections there are.
It's really a tightly knit family, and your
So-
team is almost like a microcosm of that.
Yeah.
What's the support group like on field hockey?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, just like from the athletic trainers, the coaches, your teammates. it's just-
Patrice, of course.
Patrice,
Big
exactly.
shout out.
Even coming like from so far away, like I didn't feel like I'd be like so included and so like welcomed so fast. And like I just feel like I just like love Boston, and I don't know if I'm gonna live here after college, but I hope so. Because it just feels like home now. Just like everyone on the team, it's just so welcoming. I love it. Yeah.
Well, I'd love to ask you about that because field hockey is unique because you guys have had a number of international
Yeah.
players come through your program, and there's a huge challenge with that, right? Like just being in a different country, number
yeah.
one, let alone having to go to school,
Yeah.
right? And even probably there's differences in how you play field hockey
Yeah.
versus Laila. So I'd love to know
Yeah.
maybe we'll start with field hockey. What are like the field hockey differences in more of your style of play that maybe you have noticed and your teammates have noticed?
Do you feel like you've noticed any like differences?
Obviously, your reverse is far different than everyone else.
Oh, I feel like my reverse.
Yeah.
I feel like it's different than like even people in New Zealand. I have a weird technique. I don't
You're
know.
one of a kind.
I don't know
Okay.
how I learned it.
Literally.
It's just you.
It's so weird. Like someone showed me, Mark like showed me a video my freshman year, like tried to like get me to change. Our assistant coach tried to get me to change it, and I couldn't do it. My muscle memory, You'd have to see a video, but I don't know. I feel
I
like
think structurally and
yeah.
I've noticed a lot too, like just I'm all like scratched up, but like I'm on the ground a lot
yeah.
more than like some of the international
Yeah, I
players
agree.
on.
Actually, that's no, you're a
think-
hustler though.
Different forms of hustling.
I think it was
right?
also just like
Yeah.
because field hockey wasn't my main sport when I grew up. It was like soccer, and lacrosse was one of my biggest sports too until I started recruiting and I realized I was just a lot better at field hockey than lacrosse.
I feel like especially at home, money is not a big part of field hockey at all. So the funding's not there. So I guess it's not as like professional. Like you come here and you're in college. I mean, it's not pro yet, but it's so structured. You're sticking to a plan Monday through to Sunday when you're in season. So it's like at home we had nothing like that. I was on like 4 different teams. There was no like, oh, you can't practice that many times. It was just, I think that's like one of the main things. It's just it's not as structured. Whereas I feel like over here, like the college sports is insane. Like people from home just still don't really understand it. Like see my posts, see my stories, and they're like, oh my goodness, like media day, like what's that? like just like small things like that. Because New Zealand is so small and it's like such a limited amount of people that play field hockey there. So I think it's definitely money is a big thing as well.
Yeah. And you mentioned the transition already, but I'd love to know, like, really, how did you feel supported and what helped you make the transition to the U.S. and to the BC field hockey team?
I think just like asking questions and like reaching out. You know, I think my freshman year, like sometimes I was kind of more secluded and I didn't ask, and I was kind of just like, oh, I'd forget my pen at a meeting, and I just like I wouldn't ask things because I was scared to like do that. So I think that that's one of the main things that I should probably work on, but you know.
I think really coming in and like my sister being right across town was a big sense of support for me because my parents would come up for my games on Friday, we'd go to her game Saturday, and then back to my game Sunday. It was like a triple header every weekend. But then obviously the upperclassmen really welcomed us, and specifically like last year as a sophomore, like it felt so much more closely knit as I was like still getting used to like the whole field hockey, school, travel, like aspect of everything.
And now that you guys are upperclassmen, how do you try to pass that on to the new set of players coming in?
I feel like my freshman year out of our class, I was the only one in CSOM, and like I couldn't really take classes with my teammates in my grade and like all that. So definitely going to the freshmen in CSOM and asking them, oh, who's your advisor? What classes are you taking? What, like obviously our academic advisor Patrice helps a lot with that, but I think it always is like it helped me a lot when I got to talk to someone about my schedule and what classes I was taking, upcoming like calls I had or anything, and just asking them kind of just how everything's going.
I think I've also tried to like kind of individually check in with the freshmen too, you know, not just like physically but also mentally. I think it's like a huge part of being a student athlete is it's so hard on your mental health too. So I think especially coming in as a freshman, you're getting like information like left, right, and center. So it's so hard to absorb all of that. So I think just making sure that like the upperclassmen, we're checking in on them and just making sure that they're okay as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's important. And there's a lot going on, especially too, like there's a lot of distractions I think that college can bring, and you guys you're trying to win a national championship, right? So you got to lock in but also do that the right way and do it well. But I'd love to just talk about the intensity of field hockey and the season that you guys have coming up and looking back a little bit. But we got to talk about the intensity of a game called Hunger Games, which Laila was voted most likely to survive by the team. So Laila, we're going to let you speak for yourself first and why you think your team voted that for you.
I think, I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with
Your
just
hustle.
like
It's your hustle.
She's on the ground. She's getting dirty.
She has scratches.
Knees.
She's sliding everywhere. She's diving. She's running hard.
Body on the line.
Oh yeah.
I think too, like, just I'm not like field hockey isn't like my only big passion. You know, like I love to golf. I love swimming. I love surfing. Like I try and outsource and play other things and do other things outside of field hockey as much as possible. And like maybe I can
You're so
Everdeen.
smart.
Maybe
That's probably why.
CSOM. She dropped CSOM a few times.
She's an athlete and she's smart.
Hinted at it.
She has it all.
She mentioned a lot of sports there. Golf.
I love golf.
How often do you play?
This summer a lot less than I wish I did, but over like all my breaks, I try and go on trips with my dad and all that. I started my junior year after I quit lacrosse, after I committed. And my dad was like, he loved to golf. And he was like, you're going into the business school, like, you're going to need to know how to golf. I was like, okay.
Networking. Yeah, there you go. Have any of your teammates picked it up?
They've borrowed my clubs. And we went to the range once and it definitely scared me. I know.
It's similar though. Like
Yes,
field
it
hockey,
is.
like the reason I struggled with field hockey when I first started is because I was not good at golf. Okay. I couldn't make contact with the ball. I'd always pick my head up early. I'm
Yeah.
like looking for it. I'm like, it's still there. And so I feel like golf though would translate well to field hockey.
Yeah.
I've only been to Top Golf one time and I was terrible.
That's fun.
When I
Golf
first-
is
so
really
it's so fun. It's so
When I first started, all like my high school coach, my dad, some of my friends on the guys team were like, you're swinging it like a hockey stick. I'm like, well, that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. Like I am a field hockey player.
Happy Gilmore a little bit? No?
Maybe,
You're not
maybe.
trying to run up? Not trying to hit that with the driver? That's
Well, you
great.
guys, we are so excited for your season, but I'd love to know kind of start till game time, morning to game time. What does the game day routine look like for your team?
So we always, I'll go on like Fridays, but we usually have like an evening game. And a lot of people have classes in the morning, and when we're home, it's luckily we can go to those. And then we always have heart rate spike, we call it. We do basically like our mock warm up, stretch, do like a couple sprints just to get us moving and like honestly make sure we're not like just laying around. And then we always have a pregame meal. It's always something super yummy. We sometimes go up to the presidential suite, which is really nice. And then a lot of the time it's just a lot of music, a lot of hype, a lot of foam rolling, stretching, up until we go do pregame meeting and then our game time. Calabria, of course.
Yeah, we do. You know the song Calabria?
Da-na-na-na.
She does.
Yeah. So we have a dance move and you'll hit it, and then pass it to the next.
So like I
person.
go this, then this.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah.
you start with this.
Yeah, that's what it is. So
exactly.
yeah, we do Calabria and then it's kind of just like right out.
We'll get
right out of
Giovanni on it
alumni.
next episode.
I
That
got-
you guys will have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll get that. Well, that's a whole lot of coordination that I just don't have. I was never a dancer.
I wanted to ask you guys about the heart rate spike though, because that's not something that I think other teams here do. And I remember noticing this because I'd be walking to the dining hall early in the morning or walking to practice in Conti.
You're like, why are they
I'm
running?
like, why are they? I thought their game. I'm like, I thought their game, and I live with some field hockey guys. So I'm like, shoot, I thought our game was at like at 7 p.m. Like I got a text her good luck, and then it's just a heart rate spike.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like about that maybe helps you as an athlete?
I feel like it's really just to get your heart rate spiked. I
Yeah.
literally just think that's it.
Just get going for Calabria.
Yeah.
I think honestly, on away trips as well, you're like kind of like sitting around the hotel, like lying around, you know, obviously walking to Starbucks every day. But I really think it's just to move your legs because sometimes we have those like late night games and
Yeah.
we're not really doing anything majority of the day. So I do think it helps. It stops me from lying in my bed all day.
Yeah. I think too, like just getting us moving, getting our heart rate spiked,
Yeah.
energy up, and like knowing and having that like structured thing before we even did it before our scrimmages, and some of the like other people were like, what is this? I'm like, sorry, what is this? And we were like, we run around. We kind of like just get moving and like kind of get our heads right and get ready to go.
There'll be some fun sprinkled into that with
Oh, of
like
course.
this, you know, what does that look like?
We always at the end we kind of do a dance circle sometimes,
Oh, yeah.
and then we have our our specific chant for after that one.
Wait, I forgot it. What is it again?
Go we see hurrah.
Yes.
I feel like we need to iron this out before
We kind of just like get into a huddle. We all kind of like do a little dance circle, get into a huddle, and then our captains will give us a little like pregame hype speech, and then we'll do our little chant and back into the locker room.
Get
Pregame
ready.
meal.
Pre-game hair, of course.
Oh yeah.
So what's the hair routine and who's the braider? But you don't have to out a not out braider if you don't want to, because I
Who
know
is
some
Lily?
people.
Was she doing some?
No, I think Malia was doing Ava's.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's up for grabs this
It's
year. is
pretty
what
much
you're
up for
saying.
grabs.
I have to have the hair up, slicked back in a bun. I if I have anything on my neck, I'm like no.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So do you braid?
I try to. I usually just do the pony braid.
Yeah.
Halfway. I get it. I can't keep my ponytail out or else it goes in my eyes and my contacts get blurry. It's like a whole scene. But I like to switch it up a little. I'm not superstitious about hair.
Got it.
Yeah,
I would
I have the
say-
same hair. every single time.
And I know you guys look amazing, just you two. But if you had to pick another girl on the team who you're like, love her hair, game day hair, who is it?
I feel like Ava Meehan has really good
Yes.
hair.
Yeah.
Long, blonde, thick. Mm-hmm. Probably has. And she does those little braids into a bun as well.
Yeah.
Definitely
I
Ava
agree.
Meehan.
It's up for grabs too, because we haven't seen the actual
All right,
game
Ava.
day.
Oh, yeah,
You got to show it
There
again.
we go. Got some
We haven't seen
competition.
the
gonna show
actual
up.
game
Yeah.
day yet, so we'll see.
I love it. That's awesome. I would love to just ask you guys about this upcoming season and who you guys have circled on your calendar, what the biggest BC field hockey rival, who that will be.
I honestly feel like UNC.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same
UNC,
thing.
it's always, we have 2 transfers that have just
From
committed here
UNC.
from UNC. So that's always a big game. And it's going to be home this year as well.
Yeah,
So
we've never played
we've
them
never
at
played
home.
at home. So
And
that's
You've
gonna be
never
fun.
played them at home?
Never.
Well, you guys have been here.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we've
no,
been
it's
here.
weird.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I think-
that's
yeah.
a big one. It's only that game that weekend. I think my parents and my cousins are all making a trip out
yeah.
of it. Some of the Peyton Hale, I think,
Let's
is
go,
coming.
Peyton Hale. You know Peyton Hale is my
Yeah.
freshman year roommate.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, we go way back, you guys.
I do want to bring up at the UNC game, of course, that's a little ACC championship event. For you guys to both be there for that experience, what was that whole game like? Obviously, the result didn't go your way, but it
Yeah.
had to be fun to be there.
It was intense the whole way through. Like that whole week leading up to it against Stanford, then Duke going into triple overtime, and then obviously we're in the championship. We had one day of rest and kind of prep for UNC, and it was just so much film, so much intensity going into it, and obviously we didn't come out on top, but I think it was like such a hard fought battle. And
Oh yeah, I think it's always fun being the underdog as well,
Yeah,
because everyone's like, "Oh,
exactly.
UNC." I mean, I know they did come away with the win, but I think our team is such battlers. We're always kind of the underdogs. So
Yeah.
I think, hopefully this year we can prove that we're not going to be the underdogs this year. So yeah, I'm looking
One
forward
day
to
of
it.
prep is really tough.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to be overloaded at some point with all the film and all
Yeah.
the thinking about it. You just want to go the next day almost,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. And for the first round was Stanford. That was the quarters. And then we didn't have a day of break in between Duke. And it was just like legs were, I remember during the overtime period, I was subbed off after sprinting up and down, and I just sat down until I like was ready to go back in. I genuinely, my legs were so sore. We could do only as much recovery as possible between
Yeah.
our 6 p.m. game and like the next day at 2, I think it was.
Yeah.
Maybe the break was a good thing then.
Yeah.
Recharge the batteries a little bit.
Yeah, walk us through like those hours between games when you leave the field, literally post-game stretch to the next game, pre-game stretch. What does that look like with the BC field hockey team?
I think it's always a lot of food.
Yeah.
We love our food. We always try and watch the film as quickly as possible, but then also if stuff doesn't go our way, it's like almost a little bit difficult to watch it right after as it's so fresh.
And you do that every time you watch film the same night of that game.
I personally do that.
Oh, you do. Not as a team.
Yeah.
though,
No, not as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's hard. I think if you guys wouldn't mind also speaking to that as like athletes, it's something that is hard to do. Watch yourself mess up.
Yeah.
But that's why you have a block of film time for like every college athlete, right? So how have you guys handled now that you're going into your junior year, you've done this for a few years now, just watching film as an athlete?
I feel like my freshman year, I was so like, not like blocked off to constructive criticism, but I feel like I didn't like receive it as well, because I was like, oh my gosh, like I'd make a mistake and then I'd just keep making them, because I'd get in that mindset of like, oh, I'm not doing good enough, I'm not playing good enough. But I think like going into my junior year, I think I've definitely changed my mindset with Kenny. We've learned about fixed and growth mindset. So I feel like I've definitely changed my mindset to being more growth and just like wanting to receive feedback, because I think it's never like in a way that's harsh. It's just wanting to better yourself and like better the people around you and your team. So I definitely think,
Yeah.
that's one thing that's.
I think in high school and playing club, I never really watched that much film. Obviously, I was like making highlight reels for recruitment, but it wasn't like watching hours and hours of film. And that was a big switch for me coming freshman year. It was just like we had our first meeting. They mentioned like, oh, get on the hub, like we'll post this there. And I really took to it. I just watched as much film as possible, even though I wasn't on the field for the whole time. I was trying to just understand it, pull clips, have individual meetings, and like asking the questions. So then like obviously I'm gonna mess up and I'm gonna pull those clips and ask, hey, what did I mess up so bad here? But I think that was like the biggest thing for me freshman year. And now junior year, I definitely still watch a lot of film, but it's a lot more like calm when I watch it now.
Yeah.
Like I remember my freshman year, I was watching every second, like through and through, and now it's like I can watch it as if it's like an actual field hockey game that I want to watch.
I
you
also
know?
feel like when we're doing like the team film, Doug always like kind of says to us like, hey, this isn't like one person specifically, like you want to make, like you're going to make mistakes. Like that's part of the game. That's always every single sport. You're going to win, you're going to lose, you're going to make mistakes. So it's always, she always says to us, like, this is one person at one time. Like, you're going to make mistakes. Just learn from it.
It could be any one of us.
Yeah, like, if you get beaten, like, just get the ball back, you know? As long as you're, like, working hard to get it back and, like, the next time you're not making that mistake again and you're just, like, learning from it. I think that's what she also, like, tells us a lot. So I think, yeah.
It's important.
I wonder what the adjustment was for you, like Laila, because you watch all that film, maybe not as playing as much as you are now, but then you get to go and enact what you see on the tape on the field. What was that like?
It never felt the same. It was always like, okay, I want to just play. Like that was how I kind of came in. I was just like, I'm here to play field hockey, whatever. And then like watching the film, it almost got in my head a little bit. I'm like over analyzing it. I'm thinking about like how I'm running. It's like, I took a step backwards from watching it so much my freshman year. And now like I've definitely moved past the whole like trying to overanalyze everything, and now just like play, think about the tactics that we always talk about, watch the film when it goes wrong, and learn from it.
Yeah, I think Laila and I have also had like a little bit different kind of like stories on the field. We're both defenders now, but you were a midfield.
Yeah.
And then I was a forward my freshman year.
Yeah.
And then I got changed to defense my sophomore year, and now I'm like center back. So it was definitely different on film because you're learning like the forward stuff, you're learning like the press, and you're learning like APCs, whatever. And now like that we're in a deep defensive kind of mindset. I think the film's also changed a lot for us too. So
What was that adjustment like from forward to defense?
I mean, I just kind of like went with it. I think it was my sophomore spring that Dote was like, hey, like we're gonna try you in defense for one of our scrimmages, and I was like, oh, all right. I mean,
Here we
sure.
go.
Like, I mean, why not? And it's kind of just like stuck, and now we're kind of stuck back there.
Dote kind of makes a joke now that it's like
Yeah.
once, because she was a huge defender when she played.
Yeah.
She's like, once you guys come back with us, you never
You'll
leave.
stop.
That's
It's
a
like, oh.
compliment. It's cool to be able to play
Yeah.
the position that your head coach plays. I think you can kind of like get excited about it with them, and obviously do assistant coaches as well in that relationship. But there's something special about having that bond with your head coach.
And I think it's also so good to like learn every single position. I think you get you know what your forwards need, you know what your midfield needs, and I think it's so good to learn.
Playing
all positions.
midfield my
Yeah.
sophomore, or I guess freshman year and some of my sophomore year, it was taking that step back into defense. It really just like opened my eyes, and I was like, oh, this makes so much more sense now. I'm like, okay, I wish I did this from the beginning to like put the whole thing almost like together, you know?
And you're versatile. Your coaches can use you, and it gives you the opportunity for your coach to move you around, right? I think that would be like my biggest piece of advice for young athletes.
Yeah.
Like play midfield, be able to do everything, and or just understand what's going on. Because when you get to college, you're playing at the highest level, right? Like you're competing with people, you know, who are very good. And so you want to be able to be like, coach, use me wherever. Like put me in net if you got it, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever you got to do.
Exactly.
But I'm so excited for you guys this season to have some awesome standout memories. But let's throw it back to maybe your favorite standout BC field hockey memory that you guys have had so far in your careers.
I feel like mine was beating Virginia in OT. I feel like that was a really fun game.
Yeah.
Also the Duke, obviously the Duke.
The Duke.
To get into the
Duke
final.
semis.
That was
the
also
best
that was
games
also
ever.
amazing.
That was
I think that
awesome.
was,
Yeah.
that's my top one for sure. It was just like the excitement, the anxiety, the nervousness, like everything. And it just like all came togeter, and it was like insane.
Yeah, the double overtime was
Double
so
overtime,
stressful.
triple.
Triple.
Yeah.
OT. I was gonna say there was a big contingent watching that. We're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This feels like the Game 7 of the World Series or something. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
And
It's
it was
great.
it was even funny too. I think this always sticks out in my head after that game. One of our teammates, Maeve, she's a defender now too. But she broke her phone before we left for Syracuse, and then we were leaving we were only back here for one day. It was on Halloween. I'm like coming off of the Syracuse bus with like my blanket, my pillow. I go into my dorm, and someone's like, I love your costume, slumber party. I was like,
No way.
Nope.
no.
Not what that is.
But then Maeve broke her phone, and after we won against Duke, she's like pulling out her laptop. She still has her shin guards
She's, like,
on,
Snapchatting
her
the
glove.
boss.
She's like texting everyone.
incredible.
She's taking videos on her laptop. It was hilarious.
awesome.
Every time we need a good laugh, we open up her laptop and look at those
That
videos.
is amazing. I can't believe someone thought that your costume was
Yeah.
like you coming home from an away trip.
Exactly.
What costume would that even be? Like, what do they
Slumber
think?
party, she said.
I don't. Every
People
time
do
I've
that?
come home from an away trip, I look like not
miserable.
good.
Disheveled.
I was
Disheveled.
miserable. We won. It was a
2
great
a.m.
game.
back.
Yeah.
I just picture like the neck pillow that people wear on the airplane,
Yeah.
maybe. Like
The worst is if you don't shower and your hair is still in your game day hair. You're like, man, this is as bad as it's gonna be.
Yeah, I got like a blow up neck pillow, and I was like, in the bus, like puffing into it, trying to like blow it up.
Hey, you're thinking ahead. You're thinking ahead. There are a lot of games you guys will have this season that are theme games and something really to get excited for. What theme games you guys most pumped up about?
I think Red Bandana always sticks
Yeah.
out in my head. It's such a great tradition around BC as a whole, and being able to wear the bandana and being able to walk out with that Wells flag is just something that it always like, I don't know. There's no words for it to
Yeah.
describe it.
It's just like so good being able to own a Wells Crowther. I think it's
Yeah.
always, we watch the video before the game, and I think it's always just such a special moment for our team, and just being able to wear that red bandana is just
Playing for something so much bigger than just field hockey.
Yeah, you feel so proud to wear it too. Like, oh my gosh, it's an honor that I even get to go to BC
Yeah.
and represent something like
yeah.
this.
As always, like the men and women for others, I think is obviously like what Wells Crowther just
embodies it.
Embodies
and
it.
all the students feel it too.
Yeah.
I mean, take
Yeah.
the football game as an example with all the bandanas and everything out. Yeah, the uniforms are nice, but that's not what they're there for.
No.
They're there for something much bigger than, like you said, anything that happens on the field.
Exactly.
And Laila, you're wearing the Team Impact shirt. And so I'd
am.
love to ask you guys just about your Team Impact experience and what that has meant to both of you.
I have loved having Natalie as one of our teammates for the past, since we were freshmen coming in. Her whole family is just so supportive of us, and every time we get to see her and hang out with her and hang out with her puppies and her sisters, it's just always, it's so heartwarming, and like I love being able to take that time out. She goes to the campus school too, so it's just awesome being able to see her on campus sometimes whenever we can, and it really has like brought us together in a big way.
I agree, yeah.
No, that's awesome. And I think it's, Team Impact is a great organization like for that child and their family. But I also, at least from my experience, like it was so great for me as an athlete to be like, you know what, regardless of whatever's going on in my school, social or lacrosse life, sport life, like I get to represent Boston College and be like a superhero
Yeah.
to a child,
Yeah.
right? And to bring them joy. And like really it brought me joy. So what would you guys say like has helped you as athletes, but as like people just endure like the intensity of a college sport?
I think just taking that step back whenever I can, like going on a walk, calling my younger sisters, getting in touch with Natalie and her family and being able to see them and like seeing the bigger picture of it all. And like, yes, I had a really bad practice today, or yes, I was watching 3 hours of film and it was like grueling and I just had a lot of like a hard lift, a hard class, a bad exam, but then like just taking a step back and realizing that like there's so much more than field hockey and like class, and I'm just a student athlete. I'm only 20 years old. I'm supposed to mess up, you know?
Yeah, I think just like, yeah, definitely finding the joy in just like the little things, even like going on a walk, calling your parents, just kind of like things like that. Because obviously field hockey is like not your entire life. You don't want it to be your entire life. You want to like find the joy in other things. So yeah, I definitely think that's a great example.
Yeah.
I'd love to know your guys' go-to field hockey moves because I was roommates with Peyton Hale and I always loved seeing her aerial. Okay, so if I were to say like from an outsider, that's what I would guess Peyton Hale's move is.
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Yes.
So what are your go-to moves? But I'm gonna have you guys answer for each other.
Maddie's sweep.
So you're gonna have to
For sure.
explain. You're
Yeah,
gonna have to
I'm
explain the move to us. Sorry, people who've never played field hockey,
knew you were
you're
gonna
gonna have to explain the skill, but also what the skill looks like.
Okay, so Maddie's sweep is one of the strongest on the team and I've ever seen. It's when you basically get super low and you hit, oh my God, I'm hitting the mic. You hit the ball right like towards the end of your stick and it's supposed to be completely flat and like it's almost like you're driving the ball like in golf or whatever, but it's super flat and it's supposed to be like as direct as possible and strong.
You're sliding. There will be a ball that's like all the way at like probably at the 50-yard line. She will dive for that ball, and you'll think like there's no way she's gonna get it. She's getting it every single time. And your slide tackles are insane. Everything.
I was gonna say the physicality over here with all the
Oh, the
bruises.
physicality.
Yeah, there we go.
The Hunger Games queen over
The
here.
Hunger Games in the actual game. That's very impressive. One thing that I noticed when going to a field hockey game for the first time, I hadn't been since I got to BC, is the corner. Is a really cool concept.
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit more about what that is?
It's almost like a penalty kick.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's only 4 defenders allowed in the net and your goalie. And everyone always asks me, they're like, what do you do when you put that gear on? So we put like
ice
this
hockey gloves.
huge mask on, ice hockey gloves. And like we basically we have one person that runs out as fast as they can to the top of the circle or wherever the ball goes. And then 2 trails, they're called. And you basically are assistant or
You basically sit down and wait to get hit.
Mark
That's
Mark
why you need the
says-
gloves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
and the face mask
And the
as
helmet.
well.
Yeah. Mark is always like,
yeah.
if you get hit, you're doing it right. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
wonderful.
so those are the DPCs, and then the APCs. There's one. How do you even explain an APC? Like there's one
APC
girl.
stands for attacking penalty corner.
Yeah. So there's one girl that's like injecting the ball, which is just like you kind of like pass it to the top of the circle, and then you've got your 2 brackets at the top. So you have like a trapper who traps the ball for you. So it's like very, very like individualized, like
Yes.
specialized kind of thing. And then you have 2 hitters at the top, and there's like different variations.
Yeah.
You
Peyton
have
used to do the drag flick.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's like you can line up as many people as you want around the circle, and say time expires, you have everyone in the circle on your team, and then only 4 girls. So
Yeah.
it's like you really don't want to give them up as defenders, and
Yeah.
then you really want to. It's a great opportunity, scoring opportunity as attacking.
I'm so tempted to ask you guys about like your favorite corner play, but we're gonna save
Oh,
that
yeah,
so
no.
that no opponents can listen
Yeah.
to this, and we got to keep that in the playbook. Okay, we got to keep that in the playbook. But we're gonna finish just with some BC questions that I know people would love to know from you guys. So we'll start off with the first one from each of you. Favorite dining hall on campus?
I love Eagle's Nest. The chicken parm presser. It just got redone too.
Just redone, I was gonna say.
I haven't
We got to
been
talk
yet.
about that
Completely new
because
and
the alumni
renovated.
over here have no idea, have not seen any construction, and people are freaking out. So
Yeah.
what's going on at Eagles Nest?
I don't even know.
It's white.
I have,
It's white.
Yeah.
It's very white.
It seems very modern. I haven't
Oh,
been
yeah.
in it yet. One of my old roommate was just like, "Oh, do you want to go here today?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm off campus." Like, I would, but I like really want to see it. That
You
one's
know, I've
always
never
good for
been to
lunch.
Eagles.
Really?
Is that bad?
Okay. No,
Yes.
but
Well,
do
you've
you have
never
another-
been. Have you walked through it?
I've walked through
Okay.
it to like get my
Oh, so you
packages.
have,
freshman year,
you've
but
been there. You've been to the place.
I've been there, but I've never eaten there. So it's like
That's-
I gotta try it.
crazy.
What's
your
like this?
favorite-
What's is like a salad bar? Is that at Eagles? Like, what's
There's
the
a bunch
special
of,
thing
like,
about
sandwiches?
Eagles?
Like
Sandwiches,
presser line is always
presser.
out the door.
Yep,
Like
because that's the best thing. It kind of stinks though because our practice block is 12 to 4, so
Oh, yeah.
we can't really have
Right in the-
lunch
right in
there.
the middle of it.
Yeah,
So we like the upgrade to Eagles, or we're just like indifferent.
I'm indifferent at the
Okay.
moment. I'll get back to you on that one.
I feel like mine's Hillside
Yeah,
for sure.
that's a good one.
good one. Even with the new dinner option, the barbecue, or I think what's it, fried chicken now.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
go
Oh
all
yeah,
the
they
time.
do that.
I think that's underrated. I don't think most people know that
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hillside
It's
has
really-
dinner. Hillside has dinner.
It's really under the radar.
Where have we been? What's your favorite? Is it Hillside?
Probably. I mean, I don't go enough. I would say Eagles probably. It's
Yeah.
just so close.
The Hillside paninis though, like
Oh, they're good.
Yeah,
Come on.
they are really
So
good.
good.
AB, how about you?
Hillside omelet. Like,
Oh
oh
my
my
gosh.
I'll die on that hill.
I've never had an omelet that's the same. It's so
I was gonna
good.
say, so good.
So good.
I got them so much at Hillside that I could not go to Lower and get one. I'd be like, yeah, sorry.
I like
forget that.
exhausted-
It's like a
Right-
great
walk
omelet.
Right past it. Walk right past
I like
it.
exhausted all of my money on like Hillside omelets.
So good. Okay,
Funny
well
enough, we've
now we
split
know.
the show in Eagles Nest Hillside.
Oh,
Yeah.
Without even trying. I swear we didn't try.
sorry. Join us if you want a good coffee. Yeah. Whoa. No, sorry. Lower coffee's
They
fine.
have, they
It's
have
all-
acai bowls now at Eagles.
You're lying.
Dude.
Dude.
I love those.
I'm hitting my alumni chat right after this. We're going to lose their mind. Love that. Okay. Where is your spot on campus? This could be like spot to do homework, spot to just chill, spot to be alone. What's your like, man, this is my spot?
You want to go first, Maddie?
I don't really know. I don't really know if I have a spot. I don't know.
I'm a big fan of the press boxes in Conti.
I was going to
Actually,
say, I don't know
yeah.
if we were allowed to say that, but I go up there all the time. To work.
Yeah, actually, I feel like I have to second that. I love sitting there. Like
I love
studying,
going
yeah.
up to the presidential suite too, but the Wi-Fi up there is a little spotty. So
Presidential suite.
I was going to say, I would expect top-notch services up there, but
You guys, you have your own games, so you have a lot of that taking up your time, right? But what BC team do you love going and supporting them at their games?
The lacrosse team.
yeah, love
You
them.
don't have to
100%.
say that.
No,
The lacrosse
100%.
team.
I mean, honestly, their games are so hype, so much fun. So
Their alumni network is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
The neon in the stands is
Yep.
insane. I've borrowed so many of my roommates' like friends' hats and stuff to go support them.
We'll get you a hat. We'll get you your own hat.
got hats. I was going to say, I mean, what you say lacrosse, favorite team to watch and support, but which athlete on another team do you think would be the best at field hockey?
That's a good question. A lot of the lacrosse girls used to play.
yeah,
I was
I
going to
feel
say,
like-
that's probably
I
the
mean,
easy
my
answer.
freshman roommate Molly Driscoll, she
Yeah.
plays field hockey. She played field
Molly's
hockey.
got some dangles.
Oh yeah.
Me and Lydia, my roommate too.
Your twin? Your twin?
You heard about that?
No, I mean, yes, but then I was like, okay, yeah, sure, like, I'm sure they look alike. No, you guys
It's
are
insane.
I've been staring at you this whole podcast. I'm like, Lydia?
That's
You know
so
what you should
funny.
do one day?
Switch.
Swap.
Switch.
We've
So
talked
See if
about
the
that.
coaches
That's
notice.
exactly where I was going.
See if the coaches notice.
She's
Hey,
like, I would love to go
If
to
they
one
don't
of the
listen to this
practices.
episode, April Fool's Day, you got it. It's your free ticket in to, yeah, listen, BC Lax practice, why not?
That's how we're going to find out if the coaches are tuning in.
Hey, that's how we'll know. I love that. That's so good. Okay, for both of you, I know we said like all of the athletes who would play field hockey, but guys typically in the U.S. don't play field hockey.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little different internationally. So who would the male athlete at Boston College be who you would want to see play field hockey?
Esteban.
Esteban
100%.
Garcia, for sure.
And
Yeah.
what team
Baseball
is he
team.
on?
Baseball.
Okay.
Baseball, yeah.
Yeah.
And
that,
why?
That would be a good one.
It'd just be hilarious.
Yeah, he definitely like thinks he could do like at the team impact like field day. We always bring all our sports out, and we have a lot of different people trying to play with our sticks, playing with both sides of the stick. You can only use one side.
I did not know that. I'd be out immediately because I'd try to use both sides.
But yeah, it's always funny to see them try and pick up a stick. They're like, it's too short. I'm like, it's one length.
That's good. Okay, well, what was it? Esteban?
Yes.
Let's
Shout
go.
out.
Maybe we qualify that with who at the Team Impact Day looked the best.
Some of the hockey guys for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Makes sense.
that makes sense.
Cheat
But they
code.
were using two sides.
Yeah,
so
they were
like,
they got to learn the rules
I was like, you
first.
can only use one side. They were like, no.
Why?
It's an
Yeah.
adjustment. But like
I
you
was
go
like,
like play. I remember playing little hockey in my basement with my brother, like on your knees, and you could use both sides. It's regular hockey rules. But then field hockey, only one side.
And no
It's an
feet.
adjustment.
No feet
No
either.
feet.
Yeah, no
Right.
feet.
No feet. Okay, who's the best dancer on the team? We know you play Calibria, so you definitely see it. Who is it?
I think
and
Maeve.
Maeve.
Maeve is definitely one of the best
Oh,
dancers.
Maeve and Laila.
Okay,
Those two together, unmatched duo.
let's go.
I think Mia too. Special
Oh,
shout
Mia,
out.
yeah, for sure.
Good dancer.
you guys play on Newton campus, and you're driving there every day in those beautiful BC vans. Funny quick story, my freshman year, there was a boy in one of my classes who thought that those were Chick-fil-A vans. And so he asked me, he's like, oh, you guys, like, what's it like getting like Chick-fil-A every day? And I was like, I don't. Like I go to lower, like just like
They
you.
thought you just drove to Chick-fil-A and back in there.
I don't know what they
There's no
thought. Like,
logo.
so
What?
kind, was like so excited to like talk about it. Such a nice guy, but just was like, you know, what's it like have a
Totally
Chick-fil-A? I'm
wrong.
like, I would love to know too. I was like, no, they're just like normal vans. They
Yeah.
might look like a Chick-fil-A van,
I
but
just don't know where he got that from.
I don't know where he
Like,
got it.
that's
But you
so
know what?
random,
Maybe it
right?
pulled up at the same time. Maybe someone had like
Yeah.
Uber Eats. I don't know, but that was a hilarious story. But talking about the vans and going to Newton campus, whose van do you want to be in when you're coming out to practice every day? Who's driving you?
We only have two drivers.
Yeah,
this year,
only two
actually.
drivers this year because our seniors are there's only 4 of them
Yeah.
and 3 are international.
So you're packing them. Oh, so
yeah,
you don't
we're
have to.
packing.
So the
vans.
internet. Oh, so they don't have driver's license. I
They,
guess, or
2 of them
can't
have
drive.
gotten, but yeah,
Okay.
they it was a whole process for Marty.
Oh, wow.
One
Yeah.
of our captains
Yeah,
to get
the only
it.
two that can drive is Mia and Marty. So
Yeah.
that's
So
it.
they don't. You guys don't really have a choice.
No,
you just
we-
pack the van.
Right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just packed the van.
I think I would love to be in the van with Kareen though. All
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
once Kareen starts driving, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm
But she's
excited.
always just singing her heart out,
Yeah.
singing out the window, pointing at random people walking by.
That's so good.
really
Okay,
funny.
we'll end it with a question that's team specific. What's a phrase or something that Doe always says?
Immediately.
You think?
Absolutely. anything she says,
Just
she
that
goes,
word? Like,
yes, always, immediately. You gotta see your girl, immediately give it to her.
I feel like get ahead
Yeah, true.
as well. Get ahead of the ball. That's
Get ahead.
what
Get
it
ahead
says
of
as
the ball.
well.
Okay. And like in field hockey context, what does that mean?
So once you like give the ball off to someone, getting ahead of the ball in order to create space for them to like give it back.
Because you can obviously run faster without the ball than you can with the ball. So once you pass it, just move and it'll throw your defender off.
Yeah, we did a drill, and if you didn't get ahead, we were running.
Yeah.
Okay, well, 3 words for you guys. Get ahead immediately.
Immediately. Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
so fun. And everybody immediately get to the BC Field Hockey Games, guys. This was so fun to have you on the show today.
Thank you so much.
both.
That's so fun. Go Eagles! Woo!
Be the best.